Many men find themselves asking, "Why am I not respected by women?" or "Why am I treated poorly?" This is a challenge that leaves many feeling powerless and frustrated. The truth is, you've likely made critical mistakes that inflated her ego too much, shifting the balance of power out of your control. But today, you have the chance to reclaim that power. How to crush any woman's ego isn't about manipulation. It's about re-establishing your own worth and confidence. In the words of Tony Robbins, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. How to make her beg for you starts with building the best version of yourself. Focus on becoming someone she respects, admires, and can't ignore. Empower yourself today. Let's break free from this imbalance and take back your power. Mistake 1, you pamper her too much. This is a common mistake that many gentlemen make, so let's dive into a real-life example to understand what men are doing wrong. Consider this situation: the guy who pampers her. "I like this wallet, but it's a bit expensive." Him: "If you want it, I'll buy it for you." In this case, the guy is willing to spend money to make his girlfriend happy, always prioritizing her desires without worrying about the financial consequences or anything else. The guy who doesn't pamper her: "I like this wallet, but it's a bit expensive." Him: "I think you should think about it. Responsible spending is important." Here, the guy isn't indulging his girlfriend's every wish. Instead, he offers a more realistic perspective, showing that he considers the situation carefully and isn't trying to please her by spending money unconditionally. This is where most men get it wrong. Treating a woman as special simply because she's beautiful is the quickest way to become her doormat. By doing this, you unknowingly inflate her ego, and if you keep doing it, you'll fall into the trap of becoming the easily manipulated nice guy. So what should be our motivation? As the saying goes, if you give an inch, they'll take a mile. Be the one who sets the pace, not the one who goes along with everything. When you stop giving in to every whim, something changes. She realizes you're not the typical guy who flatters for no reason. She'll start wanting to earn that special treatment. She'll want to feel worthy of your attention. People rarely appreciate what comes too easily. By setting boundaries, you not only protect your own needs, but also avoid becoming a servant in the relationship. Instead, be the man she feels she has to win over. Make yourself the prize. This change won't diminish your value. It will actually increase it. It will make her listen to you more and help create a more balanced and fulfilling relationship. Mistake 2, you are too afraid of losing her. This is a paradox. The more you fear losing her, the more you lose her. Why? Let's go into the situation. Every day, his mind is haunted by the fear of losing her. He constantly clutches his phone, refreshing messages even if they're just meaningless notifications like "go to the bathroom," "take a shower," or "head to the gym now." Eating, walking, working. Everything blurs together. Every 2 minutes, he anxiously glances at his phone as if he can't live without her. This is a familiar situation for a guy who's just fallen in love. But wake up. Here's some advice for combating that fear. Try relaxing with this exercise. Sit or lie down comfortably, then close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Do this continuously for 5 minutes to calm your nervous system. Now that you're relaxed, ask yourself, what am I feeling? Acknowledge the fear and anxiety you're experiencing. Don't try to push it away, just recognize it. Realize that emotions are temporary and don't control you. Once you've calmed down, let's take a closer look at the problem you're facing. Is it your fear of losing her that's making you anxious? You might even be imagining her leaving you for any guy who passes by. This is your way of looking at the situation. When you behave like this, it's clear you're revolving your life around her. like a satellite lost in orbit. Acting out of fear will lead to irrational behavior, ruining everything and costing you respect. Calm down, man. If you continue thinking like this, you'll lose control. Are you feeding her ego with your fear of losing her? Instead, face that fear and use it as motivation to get her to see you and fall in love with you. Practice taking her off your mind by distracting yourself with fun and exciting things that have nothing to do with her. Invest your energy in things that truly matter to you and you will naturally become more attractive. People are drawn to things that seem a little out of reach or unpredictable. This is called the scarcity principle. When you're not always available, people begin to wonder about you. They become curious about your world. Your value increases because you're no longer a constant. Instead of scrolling through your phone, anxiously checking if she's texted, you're out there living your best life, meeting new people, building your career, enjoying a sport, or learning something new. And here's the great part. When you respond, it's on your terms, at a time that works for you. Not because you're afraid of losing her, but because you're putting yourself first. Remember, this isn't about playing games. It's about shifting your focus from external validation to internal growth. Once you do this, the dynamic will shift. You're no longer chasing her attention. In fact, you may find she's the one chasing yours. Mistake 3, not knowing how to say no to your advantage. Beautiful women are often revered like goddesses, rarely facing rejection. They feel their egos swell from the approval of others, and it seems that every man must adore them if they wish to be desired. So how do we find connection without being treated disrespectfully? Let's start with these two situations. Situation 1, the beautiful woman. Excuse me, could you help me a little? My wallet just fell on the floor. The willing man, of course, let me help you. In her eyes, this is completely normal. It's too ordinary, without a second thought. This is the biggest mistake many men make. Situation 2, the beautiful woman. Excuse me, could you help me a little? My wallet just fell on the floor. The man declines. Sorry, I'm a bit busy. You can manage on your own. This response ignites a spark of attention. This is the paradox. She will begin to wonder, why isn't he paying attention to me? Have I lost my charm? Such doubts will shatter any inflated ego. You have stirred the distance that you've created in her mind. It poses a silent challenge to her confidence, a quiet disruption in her world where she's accustomed to men falling at her feet. Suddenly, you become a puzzle, a prize. As she starts to pursue that elusive attention, you hold the power. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. The true dynamic lies in controlling your emotions and self-confidence. By embracing mystery, you create a connection that transcends the surface, a psychological bond that is lasting. Mistake 4, losing your stance because of need. When faced with women, men fall into the same situation. Women with too big egos, especially immature ones, like to challenge men. They will do everything to provoke you, just to see how you react. If a guy is weak, you will fall into her acceptance trap. You see the example of two men. Example 1, the man who stands his ground. Woman, you don't love me enough. You need to change your lifestyle and job. Man, I love you, but I cannot change who I truly am. My job and lifestyle are a part of me. When you respond to such provocations with a calm and firm attitude, you will see her reaction instead of reacting yourself. In her mind, the question that arises is, why doesn't he care anymore? The psychology here is that the more you stand your ground, the more she seeks your approval. So, who really holds the power in this situation? Example 2, the man who doesn't stand his ground. Woman, you don't love me enough. You need to change your lifestyle and job. Man, you're right. I'll quit my job and change everything to keep you with me. When a man easily surrenders and abandons his values to meet the demands of others, especially when those demands are unreasonable, he loses a part of himself. By doing so, he is planting the seeds of insecurity within himself while inflating her sense of control. The moment a man begins to sacrifice his integrity to please someone else, he steps into a cycle where he constantly chases approval at the cost of his own self-esteem. Remember, self-respect is non-negotiable. As the saying goes, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. In moments like these, strength lies not in giving in, but in standing firm and staying true to yourself. Mistake 5. You do not accept letting go. When you realize that the woman you're dating has an inflated ego, walking away can be the smartest move you make. A toxic ego often brings control, disrespect, and constant criticism. There's a saying that goes, "No one is worth losing yourself over." By choosing to walk away, you're not only protecting yourself, but also forcing her to face the reality of her behavior. This could lead to a psychological shift, where she finds herself vulnerable and desperate for you to return. As the American phrase goes, you can't change others, but you can change how you respond. The secret? Never sacrifice your commitments for a woman. She isn't the priority. Your work, projects, and personal growth are. When you demonstrate that your time is precious, that you have priorities, she will realize that if she wants to be part of your life, she has to earn her place. Don't waste it on those who don't deserve it, and don't sacrifice your commitments just to make someone happy. She's not the center of the universe. You are. In conclusion, mastering the art of how to crush any woman's ego and understanding how to make her beg for you requires a deep understanding of human nature, particularly through the lens of Stoicism. True power comes from emotional control and self-discipline, allowing you to rise above impulsive reactions. The more you embody strength, the more influence you hold over others, including in relationships. Remember, real power is about respect, not manipulation. If you enjoyed this video, show your support by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to The Stoic Goddess. Share your thoughts in the comments and ring the notification bell to see more amazing videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.